champions, I hope you're all amazing. We've got the Zoom 9150 Valve DSP on the bench. This is a single unit preamp with built-in effects, and apparently there is a valve inside this thing. So let's see what impact a valve can have on a Zoom effects processor. This video is brought to you courtesy of the one and only Mr. Brian Hook, who sent this unit over for me to check out. Send Brian some love in the comments. And before we get started, I want to give Zoom a shout out because I had a Zoom 707 as my very first effects processor. When I started playing guitar, that unit was definitely part of the reason why I actually stuck with playing guitar. There was this one preset that I remember in there. I believe it was either a stepped phaser or a stepped flanger that I could play a single note on and it would do all this fun stuff, and it captivated me and it made me want to dive in deeper and figure out what was going on the guitar and in this effects processor. And I'm still trying to do all those things today. In fact, I remember learning that you could turn the tuner on that unit and then figuring out the chromatic scale by just playing along here and learning all the notes on the neck. So if it wasn't for Zoom, who knows, I probably would not be doing this video right now. And this video is about Zoom, so that also is why I'm doing this video. Anyway, let's start with the first preset on here, and then I'll kind of just noodle around and show you some of the features. Let's get some red hot Zoom in our lives. Interesting. It sounds like there's a cocked wah on there, or that I've got my guitar tone control turned down, but I don't. That's just a preset after all. Let's just go surfing. The second preset on here, and I don't know if this is a factory preset or if this was just a previous owner, but it's called Ingve Lead 2. Let's check it out. The delay on that is kind of interesting. Let's just keep surfing away. Fire and Ice, let's check this out. A little bit of a pitch shifter on there, that's interesting. The next one is called Love May. I wonder if there's going to be a Brian May style thing. What is there? A nice thick chorus on there or something? Kind of like the chorus on that. Kind of like the delay from before. Sambora, this is only going to be one thing. Let me think. Yeah, this is what I got to play. Again, kind of has that cocked wah mid-range thing going on there. Is there something clean? Clean number one. Let's check it out. The mod on there, you can hear the reverb is pretty metallic. Is there any delay on there? There is no delay. Let's see. Let's just jump to a couple of other presets on here. Let's see this rotary preset. That's kind of fun. I don't know how much it sounds like a Leslie or anything like that, but it's got some character in there. This thing has some character, doesn't it? What is coming up next? This preset, I think this is the one. This is very similar to the 707 stepped phaser or flanger. But man, this brings back some memories. I'm going to play the first thing I remember playing on guitar right now. Brings back the good memories. I can hit edit on here and actually find out what this is. So I can go through the patch level, the type of effects that's using an overdrive, a 3-band EQ. There's a step. What is step? It's just called step. You can set the rate, set the feedback on there. It sounds like a flanger to me. What else do we have? I actually can't see the display from the angle I'm looking at, so I have to look through my phone, which I'm using as the second camera on here. But this is interesting. We've got a bunch of parameters on there. So you can kind of see how you can navigate through this. And there's a mono delay on there, which is nice. And if I wanted to change that maybe to a, what's PP? Ping pong delay. Let's try that. So you get the idea. Let's take a preset. I've got this box F1 preset, which is probably my favorite out of the first 20 or so that I've scrolled through. Let's just hear it, and then I'm going to edit a few of the effects in here. Alrighty, let's do this. We'll hit edit, and I'm looking at the screen now, and I realize you can't see the edit button, but here's my finger. Edit is just over here. Great one, Leon. You really filmed this well. Let's go over to, what do we want? We want the next parameter. So I've got an overdrive in there. 3-band EQ. I think I want to tweak this a little bit. The low gain is a little bit too high for my liking. Let's try that. Alrighty, I think that will do the trick. And what we'll do next is move over. Let's set the low frequency actually to around 80 hertz. I'm actually going to go to the previous page. I'm going to pull a little bit of low end out at 80 hertz. I don't mind that as a kind of lead sound. Let's go to the next page. Let's keep going. All right, I can go to a different effect. Let's turn the mod on. Let's have a listen to this chorus. got stereo chorus happening. Let's keep going with this. What do I have next? We will come across to the delay. I want to turn the delay on. Let's see, can I get a nice, what do we have? Ping pong delay. Let's go with ping pong delay, and I'll go to the next page. And let's go for like 750-ish milliseconds. I'm going to bring up the feedback on this one. I'm going to bring up the effect level as well. Let's try that. Next, I'm just going to tweak this reverb a little bit. The reverb, I'm not expecting a massive amount from on here, but what do we have? We've got reverb time at 1.7. I'll just bring it down a little bit. The delay's kind of giving me my main ambience. Pre-delay, I'll bring down to about 20 milliseconds. We've got the reverb tone. I might darken it up a little bit. Let's just turn the overall reverb down a little bit on here, and then cool. This is the reverb, ping pong, stereo chorus. This is a big greasy lead sound. Might just play around with the different overdrives in here after this, but check this out. I actually do not mind it. It's definitely not the most amazing preamp I've ever sound, but it's definitely not the worst sounding one I've ever heard. So let's try a few of these different effects. Overdrive 2. Lead 2. I kind of like lead 2 a lot. Let's do that, and let's go through, and can I just press these buttons and turn the effects off? I can, that's very handy. I'm going to turn the delay and the chorus off. Let's just hear lead 2 for some chunky stuff. That is utterly disgusting and just not really the sort of tone I would go for anymore, but it does remind me of being 14 years old and playing through my old 707. So that's kind of cool, isn't it, right? I think the trick with this, like a lot of the units from this era, is you got to pump the mids up, but the mids have this kind of character about them. And to me, it sort of sounds like the Digitech processors that were out at a similar time. I refer to them as like Rockman mids on there, where, you know, it's a little bit kind of congested sounding, but there is a lot of mid-range. It's great for lead playing, but you can't really get that kind of super articulate, cutting metal tone out of it. And you definitely can't get anything kind of martially out of this for everything I've played around with it. I don't know, maybe prove me wrong. If you've got one of these, let me know how you set it up. But yeah, let's just hear one more clean preset in there with a bit of those effects, and then we might wrap it up because let's see, I want to hear all of these lead presets in here, but there was that let's just go back to that clean preset. I'm going to do that. And let's hit delay. And I want to just get a little rhythmic delay going on this thing. So let's go, how do I do it? Next page. Do I want to do next page? Let's hit edit. That's what I want to do. I want to edit the delay. It's a ping pong delay at the moment. Let's just go with a mono delay. Notice there's no like stereo delay or dual delay or anything like that, but that is totally fine. Let's bring the delay time down to, I don't know, 350 milliseconds or something like that. And I can't really push down on this encoder and get it to go any faster. So we're just going to click through and I'm going to talk about it. If you had one of these back in the day, let me know. Let me know if you still have it or if you've got any of the other Zoom processors and if there's other Zoom processors I should check out or any other rack gear. So let's just hear this with a 350 millisecond delay. You can get into the delay and from memory tweak the high frequency damping. So let's turn that up. That goes crazy. Let's maybe go for 6. Okay, that's kind of interesting. There's some kind of filtering going on there. Let's bring the feedback right up on that. We're going to wrap it up there. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on the Zoom 9150 in the comment section below. Send Brian some love for sending this one out. And while it is by no means the greatest rack processor I've ever checked out, it was a nice little trip on nostalgia for me. And it does just kind of remind me of starting out on guitar and just being captivated by cool sounds. So in the spirit of that, I'm going to take that rhythmic delay preset. I've put that step effect on here and I will play you all out with a step effect, some delay, this clean sound, the Zoom 9150. If you want to support my channel directly, there are links to do that in the video description. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take it easy.